what's up guys? So you wanted to start developing your web application, you came across React and Next.js names and you're not really sure what to choose. So I wanted to make this video to provide you with some more information about the main differences between the two and when it is better to use React and when instead it's better to go with Next.js. First of all, it's important to know the difference between a library and a framework because that is a key point to understanding what React and Next.js are different. So React is a library for creating web user interfaces. That means with React you implement the building blocks of your user interface that are called components and you combine them into pages and applications. So React is essentially a library that does one thing and one thing only, meaning building user interfaces. Though as your web application grows in size and complexity, you need to start taking care of problems like page routing, data fetching, code splitting, image loading, bundling, SEO and performance optimization, and so forth. React alone won't provide you with help to accomplish that out of the box. You'll need to start pulling in and configure specialized libraries that solve those problems for you. So it's like in the end you will end up creating your own framework, and chances are that there are frameworks that already solves the problem that you want to solve, and that's where a framework like Next.js enters the scene. So Next.js is a framework based on React that provides you with all the tools and built-in optimizations to jumpstart your web application in seconds. So you can focus on delivering features while Next.js will take care of the rest. Next.js will even provide you with all the boilerplate, templates, and starter kits to get up to speed, and you can even host your application in their cloud. In other words, React and Next.js are not really competitors. React is just a library for building user interfaces, whereas Next.js is a framework based on React.
Okay, let's have a look at the numbers on NPM. As you can see, compared to Next.js, the bundle size, it's quite small. It's 316 kilobytes compared to 86.4 megabytes of unpacked size for Next.js, so it's quite a difference. And if we check like the minified version of React or even zipped is 2.5 kilobytes. So as well, React being a library has only one dependency and zero development dependencies, which are the packages that a developer needs during development, whereas Next.js has 16 dependencies and 200 development dependencies. But again, Next.js is a framework, so there is a bunch of utilities and features that are shipped in the bundle. So that's what you see here. We can see by the number of weekly downloads, React has a bit more than 24 million. Next.js 6.3 million, which makes React community or like use base around 4 times bigger than React. So that also tells about the maturity and support that you can find if you use React instead of Next.js. So this shows how React is suitable if you need to inject it into an already existing project, or you need to develop a UI with minimal features. It's very easy to set up and has basically zero dependencies. Okay, let's walk through what are, in my opinion, the pros and cons of using React versus using Next.js. Pros of React. A component-based library will help you write modular and reusable UI components, and small bundle size and high performance, thanks to the virtual DOM, will let you render your UI efficiently. Cons of React. Too much flexibility can bite you if you need to structure a complex web application, especially if you are a team of developers. Lack of conventions can make it difficult and time-consuming to onboard new developers on your project. It's not a full-featured framework, so as your application grows in complexity, you'll find yourself solving problems that most likely a framework already solved for you. JSX is the syntax used in React, which combines JavaScript and HTML together. That can be confusing and hard to grasp at the beginning. Pros of Next.js. With Next.js, you'll ship faster and don't need to worry about how to organize the web application because you'll follow Next.js architecture. Next.js comes with server-side rendering and CO optimization, which ultimately will make the developer experience more enjoyable. Cons of Next.js. If you have a small project, having a full-blown framework to deal with can be an overhead, with tools and configuration that most likely you will never need. Can be complex to learn, and the lack of flexibility, so you'll have to stick to what works with Next.js. And
so React will give you great flexibility and freedom of choice on the tools and libraries that you want to pick for your web application. In other words, the control is yours. But so is the time that you need to spend on tooling and as your app grows in complexity. Another advantage of using React is that, let's say that you have an already existing web application based on some other framework and you only want to focus on building UI components, then you can just inject React in your existing project and off you go. You're ready to start developing UI components. Or let's say that you only need to quickly develop a UI for a proof of concept, a prototype, and you don't need a full-blown framework like Next.js to do that. So you can stick to React. Pros of using Next.js. Well, thanks to the built-in optimization and rendering techniques, you'll move fast, but you have to stick to the vendor's opinions on how to build a web application. So you will gain speed by giving up some freedom of choice. So as always, it will depend on what matters the most for your project. If you're starting a user-facing web application and you want to ship your product fast, then Next.js is a better choice for you.
Okay, thank you for watching the video. I hope this information will help you in your choice. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you found this content useful, I'll only ask you to give a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow so you can receive more content like this. Take care.